Was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He was up 3 on that carry.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Cardinal 1st down.
Murray now to throw. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Shotgun now from Murray. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Here's Murray from midfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Out of the gun, Watson buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Drake. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Drake.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try again with Drake, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
3rd and 2, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air yet again, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Willful.
It's a trade game for me, bro. I got to get this X Factor for Deshaun Watson.
Taking the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Texans 14, Cardinals 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You call it. And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time to... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Akins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Murray. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray gets this one to Isabella, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
Murray to air it out again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Arnold. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Fournette fighting through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Deatrich Wise. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drive.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Shotgun now from Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is
Well, that might pass in the jump.
Andy Isabella 29 yards. And the Cardinals.
Okay, forget this. Trying to get this straight, bro. Because I'm messing up trying to get this thing straight.
Right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is QT, complete. 20! And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. QT. 46 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25.
I think you pushed me out of bounds, bro. Yeah, that's why I went through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Finds the open target, Arnold. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now Murray again. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now again to the first man through, and that's Johnson. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
The lineman's so stupid on here, bro. I don't know why they 2 linemen blocking 1 dude and just leave the linebacker open. It's just the mechanics on this game are just retarded, bro.
Faking the give. Now Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. Touchdown, Houston. Texans will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Hey, man, this game is so broke, man. This game is so broke.
Just outside the goal line.
Bro, I say the same thing, bro, because it's the only football game we got, bro. That's why we play it.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late.
The only game we got, man.
Last drive here for Pride.
Some people like to do that.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Gary Campbell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that gives him that.
Hey, guys, don't pop, man, because you thank you.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the past.
You thank you,
When's
yeah.
the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then with
right.
the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Man, I ain't even got 2K, man. I wish I had 2K.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding
Still trying to get this stupid trade, man. I'm unfortunate a lot of stuff.
No time to do much of anything. And he'll find Akins there, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll have it in the red zone.
Get over, nigga, 354 yards. I think I'm good now.
Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. A tough run gets him just inside.
Why did he keep blocking? Who do? Man,
I
don't get it.
Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings
They'll
up
try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette
Good game, man.
trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?